What up, YouTube? This is your boy Bromass Games, and today we're going to talk about creatine. And this is how I take creatine so that I can maximize the absorption of it. First, the kind of creatine that I use is creatine monohydrate. There are other kinds of creatine that you can take, but this is the original and the basic one, and this is the kind I like to use. I have experienced the best results from. First off, I do a loading phase. I don't do the typical loading phase of the 20 grams for 5 days. Instead, I do 3 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, and it continues into that cycle for at least 8 weeks. So for those 3 days on, I take 20 grams of creatine for 3 days. Then I take 3 days off. Then I take another 20 grams the following 3 days after that. So it's a continuous cycle of that for um, for at least 8 weeks. Sometimes I don't even stop, but I mean for at least 8 weeks for the average person. And this has been shown to keep a high level of creatine concentrations in the muscle, but just enough, you keep it in there long enough where the creatine receptors don't downregulate. So that's the best way you will experience, and you'll stay full of creatine, you'll get great pumps, and you'll experience the muscle gains by doing this. Uh, so in the article I'm reading, it says the brief 3-day loading phase serves a precise purpose. It maximizes creatine uptake into the muscle without desensitizing or downregulating creatine receptors. Then 3 days without creatine supplementation should be just enough time to resensitize creatine transporters but not allow muscle creatine stores to decline. Now, I'm not just reading this, I actually have tried this a few years ago, and I've been doing it that way pretty much on and off. When I do stop doing it that way, I still take at least 10 grams a day. I don't think 5 grams is enough to maintain creatine saturation in the muscles. And I definitely notice a difference when I only do 5 grams a day. You're not gonna get the full maximum benefit from it. Also, while you're doing this, please make sure you're drinking enough water, because that's the only way creatine will work properly is if you have enough water. So anyway,